All right, I'm gonna go over my spring chinook setup here. So Tributary spring chinook fishing. As you can see, somebody got eggs everywhere over here, so it's obviously an egg hole. These chinook like to hang out in big, deep water, especially as the water gets lower and clearer as the spring goes into the summer. So we've got a 1 ounce, actually this is a 3/4 ounce Bomac, but these Bomacs, I tested one of these and you can literally put a 2 ounce cannonball under these and it still floats pretty good. So I have 2 bobber stops up there, 2 different kinds, just to make sure that float doesn't slide. When you're using a heavy bobber with a heavy weight, casting a lot, it's a lot easier to wear out stops. So 2 stops, I put a corky, and all that corky is going to do is it's going to tell me that my stuff's getting down. If this corky is never sitting on top of the float like that, and I like to use the chartreuse up there, you can see that too pretty good sometimes. If it's not sitting like this when it's out there in the water, you know, if that corky slide up here somewhere and not up tight, then you've got an issue. And sometimes these bobbers where they, from the braided line that we're using, they kind of wear grooves in them and they don't slide as good. So you want to make sure you're sliding, that float's sliding to your stop and you're getting down there. So I've got a 1 ounce, so 3/4 ounce float. But again, this float is more like, I mean, it'll hold 2 ounces. So I got a 1 ouncer. All I did was just have a little swivel here, clipped on a 1 ounce weight. I've got a 20 pound. You can go heavier. You could go 25 or 30 pound with this first section, about 3 feet down to a little 1/4 ounce weight. This is just a little weight that pegs onto your line. You can use a little inline weight. You could use split shot, whatever you want, but the little 1/4 ouncer. So that's 1 1/4 ounces. And I've got, I don't know, maybe a 12 inches or so, 12 to 18 inches down to a size 4 Addicted Advantage bait hook. And that's going to really get down there. A lot of times when you're fishing eggs, people don't understand how buoyant, not necessarily buoyant, but just, you know, in the current, boily water especially, those eggs are going to flutter and they're going to do things. A lot of guys are casting out and they're thinking that their bait is straight under their bobber, when in reality it's not. So having big weights, and like this leader here, so I have that big weight to punch down past the surface boils. I've got this 1/4 ounce weight to really get down there by bottom, and then my eggs are just kind of behind that weight, just kind of fluttering around. So that is my spring chinook setup. The rod I'm running is a Lamiglass SI. It's only rated 8 to 15, or 10 to 15, yeah, 10 to 15. So it is a little undergunned for the spring chinook. I would run something in like a 10 to 20 or like a 15 to 30 pound rating. Anywhere from like 9 foot to probably 10.5 feet long. This one's just under 9.5, so it's pretty decent length. On here I got a Corrado 200 with a power handle on it just to get a lot of leverage, and I bent my other handle up to crap while I was hiking around. So that's my setup I'm going to be rocking. How's it going? That's my stuff. Yeah, I'm on.
go.
Thank you.